Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityananda Thank you very much, everyone, for coming together.
I'll just give an introduction about you.
Please do, please do.
So I don't have to give an introduction about him, but I just want to just give a small introduction to other people who might not know about him. His Holiness Bhakti Sundar Goswami was born in Syria. He joined ISKCON in 1974 at Venezuela and was initiated personally by Srila Prabhupada in his visit to South America in February 1975. He served in the 80s. He served as a temple president in Spain and Venezuela. He has been traveling and preaching for the last 20 and more years in Latin America, US, Europe, and throughout the world. In 2006, he published his book Srila Prabhupada in Venezuela in Spanish, and it is also published in English, right, Maharaj?
Yes, it is here right now.
Yes, so please take this opportunity to take the books from him. At present, he also serves as an active member at Latin America and zonal secretary for Central America too. Thank you, Maharaj, for coming to our house
I'm looking for a quote about how to see the family members, the children, and everything. It's very nice quote, so I'm taking my time to find it. Well, I will try to paraphrase it since I can't find it. It's difficult sometimes to find something you want to. It's not like the Veda base, it's easier. Well, the quote is here from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He said, how we should see the world, how we should see the world, and everything related to the world. He said, very interesting, very important spiritual message. He said that everything in the world, we should see it as full of ingredients for Krishna's service. And that includes home, wife, children, bank balance, career, car, everything. We should see it in that light. All this is Krishna's energy, belongs to him. And we should use it for his pleasure. That's the secret of happiness. Is it? So this life, material life, is meant for austerity, tapasya. And tapasya means acceptance voluntarily, some inconvenience maybe for the body or mind to make spiritual progress, spiritual advancement. It is a very old tradition, you know. Children from childhood, they are trained to be devoted, to be honest, to be moral, have, you know, some moral instruction in their lives. So when they grow up, they can become good for themselves and for others. Good instruments. That's the whole idea of human life. How to do good to others. Para upakar. Para dukkha dukhi. Vaishnava is not happy when see people suffering. He's unhappy. So he wants to help them know what is real happiness is. And for that purpose, he tried to share this knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna explained very clearly what is the purpose of life. Once a reporter asked my Guru, Maharaj Srila Prabhupada, what is the purpose of life? Prabhupada said, the purpose of life is to enjoy. He was shocked for a spiritual person saying this. But Prabhupada clarified, but you don't know what real happiness is, what real enjoyment is. Real happiness, real enjoyment is in the spiritual life, in relation to God, to Krishna. Because Krishna is Ananda Mayo Vyasat. He's the fountainhead of all Ananda, all happiness. And he wants to share this happiness with all of us. But we should be willing to receive it. And how we can be desirous to receive it, we have to understand. First, there is no real happiness in this material world. Everything here is temporary. Everything is going to finish. Everyone who's born has to die. Everybody who's died has to be reborn. That's the fact. But if we practice chanting the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is Yuga Dharma, the religion for this age, chanting the holy names of the Lord. And the Shastra, it is said, no, what is the verse? Kalo nasteva gatiranyata. Hare Nama, Hare Namaiva Kevalam, Kalo nasteva gatiranyata. This is repeated three times. That in this age of Kali, there is no other way, no other way. This Nastiva means no other way, but to chant the holy name of Krishna. Hare Nama. Why it is repeated three times? There is a reason. Anybody has a clue? Why it is repeated three times?
No karma, no jnana.
No yogi. One is for materialistic people who think this life is everything, nothing else is important but this life. Only after some flickering material happiness thereafter, this Nastivas for them. There is no other way. Because everybody what is looking for? Everybody want to be happy, want to be healthy, wants to live a long life, isn't? That's the blessing one want to have, no? But who can give you eternal happiness, eternal life, fully healthy forever, never get old, never get sick, never die? Who doesn't want that? And who can give this blessing forever? Only Krishna can give. But we are not so willing to accept. That's the problem. Why we are not willing to accept? Because we think Maybe yes, maybe not. No? Maybe it's a fantasy. I read one philosopher, Western philosopher, I don't remember his name. He said, somebody approached him for asking question about God. He said, he was asked, "You believe in God?" He said, "Yes, I believe in God. But how can you be sure that God is real?" He said, "Look, let's try to make some argument here. Suppose I believe in God, but there is no God. What do I lose? Nothing. But if you don't believe in God and there is God, you lose everything. So better believe in God." It's better, more intelligent. Is it? It's a good argument or not? It's a good argument. No? And how you know for sure there is God? Very simple. It's not so complicated. Sometimes atheist people challenge, "Oh, if there is God, why there is so much suffering in the world?" Isn't? They say like that. Because they have no knowledge. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, "I'm not responsible for anybody's suffering." Everybody is reaping what they sow. You are creating your own happiness, your own distress by your own actions. It's the law of karma. So Krishna is not responsible for that. You are creating your own happiness, you are creating your own suffering by your own actions. Krishna gives guidance. He's a good friend. He's the best friend. Bhaktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suridam sarvabhutanam gatamam shantim richati. Krishna said, those who accept me as Bhaktaram, the supreme enjoyer of all human sacrifice and tapasya, austerity, those who acknowledge me as the proprietor of all the planets in the universe, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, and Suridam Sarvabhutanam, the best friend of everyone, then they will have permanent, eternal peace. Peace. Nobody can be happy without peace. Somebody may have millions of dollars, but if he doesn't have peace of mind, he's not happy. He's always in anxiety, disturbed about this, about that. People like me because of my money or because of me. They always have this doubt in their mind. So, because this is the material world, everybody is looking for some self-interest. It's like many people go to a lake, and start throwing stones in the lake. So that create different waves, different, what you call, ripples, and they collide with each other. But if all of them throw the stone in one place, one center, there is only one ripple that expands in the lake beautifully, isn't it nicely? So this is the problem in modern society. Everybody has different material interests and they collide with each other. And that's why we see in the world so many wars, so many violence, so many things going on, all the time, because they have different interests, not one interest. But if they develop spiritual knowledge about the Lord, they can understand. If they just try to imagine this, if the leaders of the world, of the people of the world, accept that Krishna is the supreme proprietor of everything, what will be the result of that? The practical result. Corruption finish. Nobody will take anything that doesn't belong to him. Everybody respect what God gives to others. Then the world becomes much a better place. And if we accept that Krishna is the real friend, then we accept his guidance. You accept his goodwill. You accept his instruction as a good friend he's giving you. And what he says in Bhagavad Gita, Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyajimam namaskuru mam evaishasi satyam te pratijano priyosime. I say these kids are beautiful kids. They know the Sanskrit shloka. Very nice, very nice. Huh? So this is the idea. The children from childhood can learn shloka from Bhagavad Gita. They can recite them, remember them. I came to hear recently that in England, many public schools are teaching children to recite Sanskrit shlokas in the school. And they are Western people. And they say that after that, the children become more intelligent and they can assimilate better the knowledge. Even material knowledge, they will do even better. So it is good to learn shlokas and you will become more smart. You will do better in the school. So that's the answer to human quest. The human quest is what is happiness, what is peaceful life. And most people don't know where. They think if I got a good job, good bank balance, good home, I will be happy. But what about the old age and sickness and death? It's there, you can't deny that. It's like, I will explain to you what is material happiness like. Suppose a man is walking in the forest and suddenly a tiger is following him behind. And he starts running for his life. And he sees a lake and he runs toward the lake, but there is a crocodile in the lake. But next to the lake there is a tree, so he climbed the tree. And the tiger started to climb the tree also after him. So he reached the last branch and he is hanging from that branch. And below him there is the crocodile. And beneath the tree there is a tiger. And the man, he see a honeycomb above him and is dropping some honey. So he opened his mouth. Oh, such a sweet honey. Very delicious. Fool, you're gonna die. You want to enjoy the honey. This is the illusion of this life. We think this is everything, but we are, no? Old age, sickness, disease, death is there in the corner. We should become more serious about practicing Krishna consciousness, about reading Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Bhagavata, associate with devotee, go to the temple, visit the temple, see the beautiful form of the Lord, Radha Giridhari, beautiful. Lord Jagannath, beautiful. You must go more often, at least once a week. And do some seva. Take some flowers, some fruit, something. Don't go empty-handed. Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Patram pushpam phalam tome yumibhakta prayachati. Just see. These are my Kunta kids. These are not ordinary kids. They know all the shlokas. I love this.
They are learning in Sunday school.
Sunday school. Who's the teacher?
Oh,
Oh, guys. One big applause for the teacher. Both. Three of them. Who's the third one? Bhagavati? Sangeeta and you?
Panishwari Mataji is doing. We are all excited.
Okay. That's very nice. Very nice. Greatly appreciated. Are you going this? Who's going? Huh? Mukunda Prabhu. Very nice. Who is going tomorrow to the temple? Okay. Me too. I'm going to give the lecture tomorrow. So, I'm going to ask you tomorrow the kid to recite some more shlokas. I love to hear that. Okay? You're happy about it, no? Very good. I can see the bright faces shining. That's the spiritual life about. To be enthusiastic, to be confident. Yes, this is the real path, the best path. I tell devotees when they're having difficulty in their life, I tell them, try to remember that the best thing that happened in your life is to come to Krishna consciousness. If you didn't come to Krishna consciousness, imagine how worse will be your life. Much worse. Doesn't? What you will be doing? Drinking and going parties and suffering. But Krishna consciousness is a simple life, high thinking. And material life is complicated life, and the thinking is what you call it when it is muddy thinking, full of mud. Instead of high thinking is muddy thinking. The soul is pure. When the soul comes to the material world, it's like the rain is pure, the water is pure. But when it touches the ground, it becomes muddy. So you need a filter to purify the water to make it drinkable again, usable again. So we need to purify our heart, our mind from all these things, dirty things. And we have to overcome our weaknesses or material hankerings. We should try to develop more spiritual desire to please Krishna, to love Him. See, Krishna is always happy. If you see Krishna in Vrindavan, he's playing the flute, he's dancing with the gopis, he's playing with his friend and the cows. He's having, his mother loves him so much, all his friends love him so much, and he loves everyone. It's a very happy life. He's always happy, never sad. He's inviting us. Why you're suffering this? Come to me. You will be happy like me forever, not just for a short time. We are not meant to live only for 50 or 100 years. We are meant to live forever, forever. And there is a process how to achieve immortality. We are already an immortal soul, we are eternal soul, but we have forgotten who we are. So we need to be reminded about our original position. Original position is to be Krishna conscious. Jivera Swarupa Hoy Krishnera Nitya Das. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught Sanatana Goswami when he asking Keami, who am I? And Tapatrai, why I'm suffering the triple miseries, he said, Jiver Swarupa Hoy Krishnera Nitya Das. Your eternal position is to be eternal servant of Krishna. But since you have tried to forget Krishna from time immemorial, the material energy gives you suffering. To rectify you is a rectification. You know, gold need to be heated and need to be what you call with the hammer to make it, take shape, So the same way, we living entity need to be hammered a little bit so we can react. We can react. That the suffering is for our own rectification. It's our own good. So we can understand there must be some real happiness somewhere, not in this place. If an animal gets lost in the desert, he will die of thirst. There is no water in the desert. He may see mirage and run toward it. No real water is there, only mirage. Sometimes children, I don't advise it, may see horror movie, they get all frightened. Don't do it. You may have nightmares after. And they got all frightened, they see monster under the bed, in the closet, ghost or something. But if the parent takes them to the Universal Studio where they make the movie, they see it's all make up and all, special effects and things like that. It's not real. So in the same way, when we become more Krishna conscious, Krishna will show us. See how Maya tricks everyone. Don't be tricked yourself. I'm showing you how she confused everyone, how she make everyone believe this life is everything and all in all. There is, this famous filmmaker, Woody Allen, he was interviewed and he was asked, is it true that you are very pessimistic? He said, yes, I am very pessimistic. Why? You are famous, you're rich. Why? He said, well, since we are born, we have a death sentence in our head. And doesn't matter how beautiful, how wealthy, how famous you are, you can't take it away. So don't you think it's enough reason to be pessimistic? Say, well, yes. But the devotee gave him the books. He made one movie. It is shown the devotee are chanting in a park, and he approached them to ask questions, and they give him the book. And ask him, read the book, you will get all the answers. I hope you read the books. Because you will answer who we are, who is God, why we are in this material world, why we are suffering, what happens after death, what is my relationship with God, everything. All the answer you will get. It's a fact. To have doubt means intelligence, but don't keep doubt to yourself. Try to find the answer. Because when you find the answer, you make spiritual progress. So, material society had made material progress by accepting the real questions, the real answers, and rejecting the wrong ideas, accepting the right ideas. That's the way material civilization have developed gradually, but there is something lacking. Because civilization means, once they asked Gandhiji, what do you think about Western civilization? And you know what he said? I think maybe it will be in the future a good idea. There is no civilization in Western world. Because civilization doesn't mean only social, political arrangement, but also spiritual should be there. So that's what is lacking in modern society. You see everywhere, everything is done for the material life to be better. But there is no much interest or information about the spiritual life. I remember once went to Spain and arrived at the airport and I saw a big sign, advertisement for wine. And they said, it is so good, it is worth it to be born again to keep testing it. Although they may accept reincarnation, but they want to use it for continuing looking for the illusion of happiness. So this is the problem. Many people start believing in reincarnation nowadays, isn't it? And karma is Prabhupada made it very common through his books. Many people reading the book now, they accept. Many people. But they don't understand that the idea is to get out of this cycle of birth and death. Once I saw on TV interviewing people, they asked them, what would you like to be in your next life? One man said, oh, I would like to be an eagle, flying free in the sky, full freedom, Another said, I want to be a dolphin, jumping in the waves, They thought this is happiness, to be an animal. I remember once I was talking to a man who had a dog. He was very attached to the dog. So I told him, you have to be careful. If you die thinking of your dog, you may be born as a dog. And he said, and what's wrong to be a dog? It's a very nice thing, I'm taking nice care of him, and somebody will take care. I will not remember that I was human, so who cares? And I told him, ignorance is the happiness of the fools. If you tell somebody in India you are going to be born a dog next time, he will be completely frightened, sure. Because in India the dogs are kicked. Now that they are imitating the Westerners, the artists they have in their little dogs also. I hear that in Hollywood, these artists they keep sometimes little, beautiful dog or something. They keep it, and you know what they do to the dogs? They cut off their vocal cords so they will not bark. You see, the dog is always silent, never barks. You think, oh, it's very well behaved. No, they cut off the cords so he will not disturb. It's real. And some people spend so much money in the dogs, And some rich people, they keep, when they travel, they don't want to take them with them. There is 5-star hotel for dogs. They take them in the limousine to the park, and special food, and special coiffure, everything. Better than human. So that's why people want to be dogs. And why people keep dogs? Because dogs never argue with you. The family members always argue with you. No, I don't like what you say. So everything, okay. You obey whatever I say. But who's the owner of the house? The man has to work hard to maintain the house, and the dog is enjoying the house. He has to take the dog for a walk. He has to clean after the dog. Some park there's a fine, $200. They don't clean after the dog. I've seen it in New York. There's a sign, $200 fine if you don't collect the waste of the dog. So instead of serving God, they end up serving dog. Is that good for human being? No. That is ignorance. So we should take all necessary steps to be more spiritual, more Krishna conscious in our life, so we don't become victim of this so many nonsense things going in the world. All right, thank you for coming, listening. If anybody has any comment, questions, please do. All right.
Sorry, I have a question.
Please do.
If I understand correctly, then the purpose would be of stopping the process of reincarnation with Krishna and live eternally and not continue from.
Correct. That's correct.
So the soul is immortal because it keeps coming, but then once it reaches this
Yes.
paradise, then it's.
Yes. Not fool's paradise. Fool's paradise is this material world. They think this is, Prabhupada said, people think Hawaii is paradise. Prabhupada went to Hawaii and he saw this, what they call surfers. Here also in San Diego, I go morning walk next to the temple, I see all of them there. And Prabhupada, what they call them? Prabhupada asked surfers. Prabhupada said, no, they should be called sufferers. They're suffering there waiting for the wave. Next life they can become fish, can have more fun in the waves. So yeah, purpose of life, eternal life, happy life. And that is possible only when we go back to Krishna. Krishna has his eternal, beautiful kingdom beyond this material universe. And he's inviting us. He's saying, come to me, I promise you, you will be happy forever. Jamma karma chame divyam evam yavati tattvatah yaktadeham punar jamma naiti mameti sarjuna. Say it again.
एवं यो वेति तत्त्वतः त्यक्त्वा देहं पुनर्जन्म नैति मामेति सोऽर्जुन.
Did you hear that? Very good. So, all the kids who are watching, learn also to learn shlokas like this. Nice kids here. Wonderful. What's your name?
My name is Hasini.
Hasini. You?
Adya.
Adya?
Kaya.
Kaya?
Shivani.
Shiva? Applause for all of them. Very well. Wonderful. So, yes, purpose of life is to stop repeated birth and death by becoming fully Krishna conscious. And Krishna promised, if you understand the transcendental divine nature of my appearance and my activities, I promise you, you will come to me. You will not get another birth in this world. You will come to me. That's Krishna's promise. You surrender to me, I will protect you from all sinful reaction. What is the verse? What is the verse? Sarvadharma parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma. Wonderful, wonderful. Vivo. They know so many shlokas. All parents should teach like this. Send them to Sunday school to learn. That's very nice. Yes.
You might have been there in Mexico City when Srila Prabhupada came there.
No, I was with him in Venezuela, South America.
So when Srila Prabhupada was in Mexico City, he gave a class about the importance of thinking of Krishna.
Yes.
All the time being Krishna conscious, and when you think of Krishna, when you leave the body, then you'll go to him.
Yes.
So they opened it up for questions after the lecture. And
I remember the past time now.
Oh, you want to go?
One lady asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, if at the time of death I can't think of Krishna, but I think of you, is that okay? Is that
She said, well, will that have the same effect?
If it will have the same effect if I think of you? Prabhupada said, yes. I will always be thinking of Krishna. If you think of me, you will always come to me. I will be with Krishna anyway, so you will be with Krishna too. No doubt. No doubt about that. Hare Krishna. Yes.
I have one more question about karma.
Yes.
So I guess it's easier for, well, those of us who seek spiritual growth to take the right decisions or try to make the right decisions in his life, right? For
Yes.
us and for the persons that will be affected by this decision. But how about the karma from the past, for persons who have been born in very unfavorable, suffering conditions, that just didn't make any decision. So I guess that's karma from previous lives.
Previous lives, yes.
And
How can overcome this bad
Yeah.
karma from past life?
Exactly.
Well, the girl just recited this verse, the shloka. Krishna say, Sarva dharma parityaja. Abandon all dharma and just surrender unto me. I will protect you from all your past sinful life. Krishna promised that. And what means to surrender to Krishna? Once a lady asked Prabhupada this question. Nowadays, practically speaking, how we surrender to Krishna? And Prabhupada said, if you follow this four regulative principle, no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex, then you are surrendering to Krishna. If you don't follow them, you are not surrendering to Krishna. That's simple. And Krishna said, if you surrender to me, I will protect you from all your sinful past life. So we have to follow these four rules. Krishna assures us he will give us protection.
It's very easy actually.
Yes, easy. It seems easy, but most people, they think it's very difficult to give up this thing.
Admittedly, the meat part is difficult. We're not eating meat.
Yeah, eating meat is difficult for many people. But if you try something better, they have prepared nice prasad here today, I guess, for everyone, and you will see there is no need to eat. It's a made-up idea by the meat industry. You know, in the 80s, in US, many people become a vegetarian. So the meat industry, they were concerned. So they hired two actors, an actress, to make propaganda about the goodness of meat eating. They came out on TV speaking about the goodness of meat eating. And what happened? You know what happened? One journalist was reading an old newspaper, an old magazine, and he found that the actress was actually vegetarian. So he went to interview her. Are you still vegetarian? Yes. Why did you make the propaganda advertisement for meat? Oh, because they pay me good money. and the actor, he got colon cancer. He was in the hospital. And that's come from meat eating. Colon cancer is related to meat eating. Even the what they call the society, health society, there's a name. World yeah, World Health Organization. Yeah. Some few years ago, they made a statement that in the same way that smoking tobacco can give you lung cancer, eating meat can give you cancer also. They made that statement. And they are health worldwide organizations. Yes.
And Prabhupada followed that up by saying that if you eat food cooked in ghee, that will satisfy your desire to eat meat.
Yeah, you don't need
That
to
is
eat
the
meat.
real blood of the
Yeah, yeah.
cow. That you're not
Instead of killing cow, take the milk and the yogurt and the ghee and everything, you will be satisfied. You don't need to kill the cow. This is all bad propaganda. That if you don't eat meat, you will not be healthy. It's all the contrary.
Yeah, I basically don't eat red meat anymore, but I do eat eggs and fish or.
Okay, gradually you can give it up also.
But the thing is that when I tried, I really struggled health-wise. Like my body, like I was
No,
weak.
not because you actually need it. It's because your body get accustomed to it, and you think you can't live without it. But it's a fact. Actually, you don't need it. It's just something in the mind, because you get accustomed to it. You think you need it for your health, but it's not. I mean, scientifically speaking, a bowl of lentils has more protein than a steak, much more protein, and not all the bad things, that the meat has. They inject the meat with so many chemicals, not to make it change color to green, gray, to keep it red color. They have to do that. I mean, and the eggs, no need to eat eggs. Why? Because you can eat, instead of egg, need paneer. You eat tofu. With tofu is good. You have good protein. No need to eat. Why? Because a chicken can be born from the egg. So the idea is not to do violence to others. Hare Krishna. Welcome, Hare Krishna. The idea is not to harm other creatures. Why we don't eat meat? Because we love the animals. We don't want to hurt them. So that's the philosophy we have. Not just only for health, but also love, compassion. Yeah. So that's important, very important point. And the Bible says very clearly, you should not kill. Romans 14:21, it is clearly said, it is good not to eat meat or drink wine. I told one mate who came to our Mexico temple, he came with his Bible, he's Christian, and I was giving the lecture, and I quoted this verse from Bible. He, after class, he approached me, he opened the Bible, he found the verse. He said, yes, you're right, the verse is here. But, it say it is not good, doesn't say it is bad. If something is not good, what it is? Regular, optional. It's very clear. Something not good is bad. It's very simple, nothing complicated. But the mind works in different way to justify, to justify things. Yes. Yes.
So, we know if like the incarnation of Krishna is going to come. So we know, but can we determine if a pure devotee is going to come? Like we could determine an incarnation of Krishna?
Very good question. She's asking, we know that many avatars of Krishna come. We have it is said in the scriptures when avatar of Krishna will come. Krishna came 500 years ago as Lord Chaitanya. Is it? So the question is asking, it is also determined that a pure devotee of Krishna also will come. Yes, right now there are many pure devotees in the planet. Once one devotee asked Prabhupada, how many pure devotees are there in ISKCON? Was beginning of the movement. Prabhupada asked, how many devotees we have in ISKCON, more or less? And, well, we have around 300. Prabhupada said there are 300 pure devotees. He said, if you follow the four regulative principle, no meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication, you chant Hare Krishna, you're pure devotee. Of course, there are different levels of pure devotee, but at least you're trying to follow purely. Maybe not 100% pure, but following purely. So, in that way, I mean to say, there are many pure devotees in the planet right now.
Those
But
who
there
are
are-
initiated, they are pure devotees.
Uh-huh.
Those who are initiated, they are pure devotees. And those who are not initiated, they are as equal.
No, who say that? Somebody can be not initiated and be pure devotee, and somebody is initiated and not be pure devotee. That is not depending only on initiation. Of course, initiation is important, no doubt.
Yeah,
But it's not like somebody who's not initiated can be chanting without offense. Somebody initiated can be chanting with offense. It doesn't depend so much. It depends on the mentality, on the sincerity. Of course, we advise everyone, if you want to make spiritual progress, get initiated. That is good for you, because Krishna will accept you as part of his family right away, officially. It is officially accepted. So it is an important step to do, no doubt. But don't think if I'm not initiated, I can't follow everything. No, you can.
no, they are like poor people.
No. Krishna accepts your service if you're sincere. Doesn't matter if you're initiated or not. But if you're initiated, Krishna is more willing to accept you as part of his family.
Yeah, that's written there.
Yeah, that's correct. Very good. You understood very nicely. So thank you, children, for the nice sloka. I want to hear one more sloka.
Yes, question.
Huh?
Sangeeta Mataji has question.
Please do.
So, I have a question regarding, you were talking about like when we surrender to Krishna,
Yes.
when we surrender to Krishna, there is 4 regulative principles that we need to follow, right?
Yeah, that means we are surrendering.
Yes. At the same time, you also told about the story of a person who's so attached to a dog,
Yes.
and so he can be born as a dog as well.
Yes.
So what if that person is doing all these 4 regulative principles, but still attached to material thing? Like I'm just trying to correlate. How can we get it?
If he's
Like,
following
in my
the
head.
4 regulative principle, he will not be so attached to the dog. Why? Because not only follow regulative principle, has to chant Hare Krishna also.
Yeah.
Not only.
It's at the
Following
end
for
of
relative principle makes you human, civilized human, spiritual person. But chanting Hare Krishna makes you devotee. And a devotee, even if he has dog, he doesn't become attached to the dog. He also feed the dog, give prasad to the dog. But he doesn't get attached. He knows he's a spirit soul.
So I think it's the end moment what you think you become.
Yes.
Finally, like how Krishna Chan said, when I die, you should be in front of me. So Krishna came. In a Kurukshetra, nobody knew that. Why Krishna standing in front of him? What was the purpose? Because Krishna Chan had asked Krishna to come in front of him.
Yeah, he had that
At
desire.
that moment, if you think of him, you will go to it. At that moment, if you are thinking about the dog or
Of course, of course.
then you will be alive.
You know the story of Kailash? Everybody know the story of Kailash? Raise your hand if you don't know the story of Kailash. Oh, most everyone will know the story of Kailash. And Kailash died thinking of a dog, and he was born as a dog. But Narad Muni came to help him.
Jad Bharat is also example.
Now, Jai Bharat was attached to the deer, he was born as, but he was so nice devotee, even the body of deer, he could remember that he is devotee. He was searching for sages to hear from them. So next life he became Jadavarat, a great devotee. And in that life he went back to Krishna.
Yeah, that's why you suggested stay around devotees.
Stay around devotees, yeah, don't give up.
So they will go back.
Company of devotees. So anyway, Vedic time, dogs are kept outside the house. They protect the house from thieves and things, but they don't enter the house. Not like nowadays, people sleep with the dogs, eat with the dogs. I saw a video telling people, be careful if you have a dog, don't allow the dog to lick your face or the face of kids because has a bacteria that human don't have and can give you cancer. And there's a story, one lady cut herself and the dog was licking and she got her hand amputated because of that. So it's a serious thing. So Vedic culture, you can have dog if you want, but outside the house. Doesn't come into the house. Doesn't lick your face. Is it?
Yes, I too heard that story. Just
They told her the story.
Just recently it happened, yes.
Yeah, recently happened. So it's dangerous. Dangerous. Not only dog, cats also. Some of them don't have pets. No need. Have a parrot if you like. At least parrots are vegetarian. You don't need to buy meat for them. Yes.
Just a follow-up question. Out of four conditions you said, Prabhu, just a very simple question.
Yes.
Coffee and tea have caffeine.
Yes.
So the caffeine is counted as intoxication category?
Correct. It's a stimulant. It's a
Okay.
stimulant. Yeah, we should avoid also that.
Coffee
And tea. You can take herbal tea. Like you call herbal tea. Herbal tea, yes. Not black tea. The Chinese, they have Tai Chi, and the Indian, they have Chai tea. All the train, they come, Chai tea, Chai tea. Without Tai Chi, at least more healthy, But not necessary. That was introduced by the British. Before, people not drink coffee or tea in India. This bad habit was introduced at Billy or Thomas. Bad habits, unnecessary. Yeah, better to give them up completely.
Okay,
To please Krishna, we should give up all this nonsense. No need for that.
sometimes people feel that, well, I need it to start my day, to wake up, to feel energized. But then if I take that herbal tea, it doesn't really do anything for me.
Well, I will say, if you get up and chant Hare Krishna, you will be very much energized. Try it sometime. Try it sometime. Go for a walk. That will give you energy. Have a good sleep. Go early to bed, early to rise. Makes the man healthy, wealthy, and wise. And people like to sleep very late and wake up late, and they wake up very, depressed. So they need the coffee to shaken up. Or the tea. This is all bad habits, illusion. If you want to be healthy, wealthy, and wise, go back to early, wake up early. Chant Hare Krishna, read Bhagavad Gita. All right, very good. I'm presenting to you today this book, Srila Prabhupada in Venezuela. This is the first and only time Prabhupada visited South America. And all the anecdotes, all the stories, all the teachings, everything is here. And the book has more than 30 photo color about his activities there. When Prabhupada was in Venezuela, he told us amazing stories. He told us that Lord Ramachandra went to Brazil. All the details are here. He told us about the heavenly planets. He said, in heavenly planet there is one mountain called Sumeru. And the peak of that mountain is made of pure gold. And the top of that mountain grows big mango trees. Each mango is the size of an elephant. When they're ripe and fall from the tree, they create mango river, Jambuna. And when the sun and the wind dry the shores of that river, they become gold. The denizens of heaven, they come with their wives, collect this semi-solid gold, and they make ornaments, necklaces. They don't have to work hard to buy ornament in the jewelry store. I mean, there are amazing information, things Prabhupada said. He spoke with the Metaphysical Society, Yoga Society, psychiatrists even came to speak with him. And he will go to the park every morning, walk in the park. Here I am with him in the park, February 75. He was only 21 years old. So, and it is Prabhupada looking at the city, surrounded by mountains, the valley of paradise. Prabhupada liked it. The city is called the city of eternal spring. It's never too hot, never cold. All year is spring season. Prabhupada liked it.
How much is the book?
The book is $20. And we have this little book also when time gets tough. I brought it last time. If you don't have it, you can also get it. Either today or tomorrow at the temple, as you like. And Siddhanta Prabhu, he offered any person who buy one of these books, he will give them for free the Memories of Prabhupada's Volume 6. Very kind of him. Round of applause for Siddhanta Prabhu.
Free as in no charge.
Free of no charge.
Get that clear.
Very clear.
So everyone get one of his books.
Arranged. All right. I didn't bring all the books. I just bring sample too. But if you go tomorrow to temple, you can get the rest of the book. Those who want them, they are available.
How many of this book do you have tonight?
Two.
Two.
I brought two only. I forgot. I was thinking about taking them to the temple. I thought he was going to bring this to the temple tomorrow, not today. I got confused. Sorry. But
say that.
But today, the first two person who want to get the book, that's the Sangeeta, of course, the first one already. I know by your smile. Okay. And there is one more. You want that? Okay. Tomorrow, if you want the book, please come tomorrow to the temple. I will have more copies for you. Okay? And I will have more copies free of charge also, along with the book. So you get two books. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
If anybody else want to get the books, what is the way?
The price?
Not the price. If we want to get many other devotees, more copies, how can we get it from you?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow at the temple,
temple?
I have more copies. Not too many, like maybe 10 more.
Oh, okay. So if you want more than that,
Huh?
if you want more than that, we have to make
You have to wait. I'm gonna print it again in India. This was printed in Peru. But I'm gonna print more in India, and the devotee will bring them. Then you will have more books.
Okay, got it.
There will be no shortage of books. It's a question of a few months.
Okay.
But at least 10 more are there for tomorrow. Thank you.
Can they pay you in advance?
Huh?
Can they pay you in advance?
Yeah, if you pay in advance, you have it assured, more secure.
She's asking more for it, and I'm asking when is your birthday, I will get return.
She's in, yeah.
Yeah, you can pay in advance, then you have your book tomorrow secure. First come, first serve.
Write their names.
Yeah, we'll write their names, of course.